It's time once again for the Mexican Minute down here in La Paz, Baja, Mexico. We had a big full moon this past week. Did it affect our fishing? We'll tell you in just a minute. Stay tuned, got a heck of a fishing report for you. Well, hey gang, how you doing? Jonathan here for Tailhunter Sportfishing, and it's time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report, coming to you from La Paz, Baja, Mexico, and then covering all of the fishing action for our Tailhunter Sportfishing fleet for the dates of the 23rd of May through the 30th of May 2024. Wherever you are, hope you're doing well. Thank you for checking in. Thanks for spending time with us. And if you like what we're doing, please do us a big favor. Give us a thumbs up, a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, let's talk about what was going on with fishing this past week. If I look a little bleary-eyed, it's because it's about 4 o'clock in the morning here. Just put out our first set of boats, sent out our guys who are fishing at Las Arenas. This might be kind of quick because I've got to go pick up and get everybody in the vans to fish our La Paz fleet. So I thought I'd get in a quick Mexican Minute for you so I could update you on what's been going on. You know, we had a full moon this week, and a lot of people think that's really going to be and really going to affect our fishing. But I got to tell you, what full moon? We had one of the best fishing weeks so far of the season. What didn't we catch? I think we caught about 24 different species this week. I think the only thing we probably didn't hook was a tuna, but you know, we got our first marlin this week. We got our first sailfish this week. The yellowtail bite north of town. Not only were there a lot of fish, but there were some hogs. I got to tell you, I mean, you know, some of the boats were coming back with 5, 6, 7, 8 yellowtail, ranging from 15 to 40 pounds, and then telling me stories that they lost half the fish that they hooked because they just couldn't stop these fish. Or some of the fish, they fought them, got them close to the boat, and then, well, that's why they're big fish. They broke off, got unbuttoned, got away, got into the rocks, and they told me there were some much bigger fish than the 20s and 30s and 40s that were coming in. I mean, there were some huge chunks of meat that we were packing this week. A lot of folks who really didn't expect to bring a lot of fish home ended up bringing 2, 3 ice chests of fish home. You know, you just can't leave great fish like that, especially the yellowtail and some of these other species we're getting right now. You just can't leave that fish here in the freezers. I mean, if there's extra fish, we always make sure that we donate it to, there's a lot of folks down here who don't have a lot of protein, and they literally are living on beans and rice and stuff like that. They're very grateful to get any fish that anybody leaves for us. And a lot of folks just, you know, they just don't have the space, so we are donating a lot of the fish. And we're also cooking up a lot of fish at our Tailhunter restaurant. But like I said, a lot of folks are bringing home a lot more fish than they thought they were bringing home. The bite was really, really very, very good. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say we're probably maybe a 7 or an 8. The weird thing right now is that, well, you know, the daytime temperatures are now hitting the high 90s, low hundreds. It's kind of nice because the humidity hasn't really hit yet, and it's really warm as far as the air temperatures are concerned. And here we are, it's almost June, and we're still catching cold water fish. Not only are the yellowtail biting, we're still getting some Sierra, we're getting amberjack, we're getting Pargo, Cabria, a lot of cold water species that normally are gone by this time. You know, if you checked with our fishing reports for the last couple of years, by this time last year, we were already into the Dorado. And that's kind of a disappointment for some of the folks who are coming down right now. They're really expecting a Dorado bite, really expecting to take home some mahi fillets or to eat some Dorado at our restaurant or take it to other restaurants. But in fact, the yellowtail bite is still going strong, which means there's still cold water here. And from what I'm seeing, checking the internet and checking the water temperatures and everything, the surface temperature is about 75 degrees, which is indicative of some warm weather, warm water, I should say, which means warm water species. And that's why we're getting, like I said, our marlin, our sailfish are finally starting to come in. We are getting some wahoo as well. Those are all warm water species. But from what I'm hearing from our divers and snorkelers that are going out, and some of our folks that are going underwater and stuff, they're saying there's a thermocline about 20 or 30 feet down that drops the water temperature another 10 degrees. So that means there's warm water on top, and then 20 or 30 feet down, you hit 10 degrees cooler, and that's why I think we're still seeing a lot of these colder water species. But what a mix. I think I counted 22 different species this week. I talked to some of our folks who came in yesterday, and they said they got 8, 9, 10 different species that they hooked. Had a great time. There's a lot of action. Not only have the marlins shown up, but the sailfish have shown up. The wahoo are here. Didn't hook any tuna, but we got amberjack. The big rooster fish are here. We finally got some into the 80 to 100-pound class. Lots of smaller rooster fish. There's amberjack. Like I said, the yellowtail are here. 3 different kinds of pargo. There's snapper. Some of the fish we get in, I mean, there are just so many fish every day that we see in the packing room or that our clients are telling us we caught or had never caught before or crossed off their bucket list. So a lot of great action to be held right now. And like I said, we're also cooking up a lot of fish at our Tailhunter restaurant, which, by the way, if you're coming down, we are under a remodel at our Tailhunter restaurant. Really excited about that. We've pretty much been closed since COVID. We used to have 30 employees. Now, like everywhere else in the world, it's really hard to find enough employees to open up our 3 floors. But what we've done is we've gotten a few more folks working, and Jill has been working diligently and very hard. We're redesigning the upstairs. We've redone the upstairs giant kitchen. We're bringing back a lot of our old menu items, the upstairs being repainted, revarnished, new furniture. We've done some new painting. We're going to open up the stages again so we can have live music. So very, very excited about that. And just a lot of good things happening. And, I'm looking at my watch right now. I've got to go put some folks out real quick. If I'm talking real fast and stumbling a little bit, it's because I run a really quick schedule. I'm up at about 2:30 every morning, and from about 2:30 in the morning to about 11 o'clock, I'm running all over the place, and I've got to go get our folks onto the boats for our La Paz fleet right now. So that's going to be a quick wrap up on what's going on. Check out all of the other photos we've got in the regular fishing report. A ton of photos this week. And I really want to thank you for checking in. Hope everything's going well. God bless. Take care of each other. I'm Jonathan for the Mexican Minute. We'll catch you next week.